I'm Margaret Hall reporting for Infowars.com. A troubling report has come out in the Free Beacon, and usually I cite the Free Beacon because they're pretty reliable regarding information. But this one specifically is about Russia and Russia using military forces staging near Ukraine. And this came out today at 5 a.m. They assert that the Pentagon has identified 8 staging areas in Russia where large numbers of military forces appear to be preparing to enter the Ukraine. This is according to one unnamed U.S. defense official. Now, they're saying as many as 40,000 troops, including tanks, armored vehicles, Air Force units. They're now arrayed along Ukrainians' eastern border with Russia. And this is a very troubling report to me for a number of reasons. It's in English, and it reads like a propaganda piece. Now, the military exercises they're saying are ominous at this point. I'm directly quoting. But a similar large-scale Russian exercise was conducted, according to the Free Beacon, near Ukraine a month before Moscow carried out a, quote, covert military operation to take over this strategic Black Sea Peninsula area. So I lived in Russia in March of, when Crimea fell during that time in 2014. Now, we've discussed here on InfoWars time and again the position that Russia has within our own foreign policy spectrum, specifically Putin's warning that happened, that went largely unnoticed by Western media a couple of months ago, declaring that we were on the offensive, that we were possibly violating the terms of the START treaty that we have with Russia regarding using missiles, when to test them, when not to test them in Romania. And specifically, he was saying that we're crossing red lines that cannot be undone. Now, regarding this piece in the Free Beacon, there was also one that was put in the Sun. It reads like a propaganda piece to me. And what's coming out of Russia, specifically Russian sources in English, is that Russia has no intention of arming and entering the Ukraine at this time or any other time. That while they did see the U.S. involvement in the Ukraine in its fall in 2014, they saw it as a provocation against Russia, that they don't have any intention at this time of doing a defensive measure or an offensive measure, depending on what your foreign policy aspect is. So this article, to me, I'm not calling bull entirely on it. I'd like to know the source, this U.S. defense official source at the time. We don't know it. They're not named. But what we do know is the counter-narrative that's coming out of Russia in English is that they have no intention of entering the Ukraine at this time, despite 2 Russian military officials, soldiers, dying at the hands of what they're calling Ukrainian terrorists. Now, a lot of misinformation, and I'm beginning to question, I would love to know why this is happening in English. And we're at a critical period, a critical juncture in our own U.S. election cycle. And in some cases, if you can't steal or rig an election, the only thing to keep it off center and to possibly keep that from even happening would in fact be a war. And I really question at this time this propaganda piece coming out. I'd like to see more validity to it, more sources, more Russian sources that we could even translate here and put them into English and dissect them. But as of right now, being able to authenticate this article that's coming out, I just can't do it. Well, the evolution is continuing to unfold in the situation regarding the Ukrainian theater. More information is needed at this time. We'll keep you updated as it unfolds. Be sure and check out more of our reports on InfoWars Nightly News.
Introducing Secret 12, the new InfoWars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Now, InfoWarsLife.com is excited to announce that we can bring you our most bioactive, powerful form of B12 that has been developed with our exclusive perfected process. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical-grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.